Hey Lisa, I've been working late today, so you don't need to prepare any supper for me.
What? You're working late again? What time do you think you'll be home then?
I told you this before, but it's always hard to know. My boss is taking me out for drinks and it's not in my control. I'm sure we'll be done by the last train.
You've been coming home late a lot lately.
It's not like I'm doing this on purpose. Going out for drinks after work is part of my job. Sucking up to your boss is important if you want to move up in the world.
I guess that's true. But I hear your coworker Brady doesn't come home too late. I bumped into his wife the other day and she told me that he hasn't had to work overtime at all lately.
Oh yeah, he's given up on getting any promotions, that's why. I'm guessing he's happy staying where he is forever. He's already labeled as useless at our company. That's why he's never invited to come out after work.
But isn't it a good thing that he gets to spend more time with his family? I don't think it's necessary to go out every night.
Well, I'm not always going out with the same people. I want to create a broad range of personal connections. It's especially important that I try really hard right now. This could decide whether I have an opportunity to get a promotion in the future.
Okay, I guess I understand then. Just make sure you don't drink too much.
Of course, I know that.
I know you can't help it today, but it would make me very happy if you tried coming home early more often. It's hard for me to be alone with your mom all the time.
Why? What do you mean?
I just told you about this the other day. Were you not paying attention?
Oh, is it about you feel like she's picking on you?
Yeah. For instance, she made me clean the entire storage room this morning. I can't help but to think that she's doing these things just to be mean.
What other things did she do to make you feel that way?
Well, she made me clean the storage room thoroughly last week as well. Despite that, I had to take out everything and wipe down the entire area all over again today for no apparent reason. It wasn't even dirty to begin with, and she hardly ever even uses that room anyway. I think she's just running out of places for me to clean.
Why don't you just make up some excuse and say no? You're only stressed out because you take things too seriously all the time.
But she would bother me all day if I didn't do as she says. She says things like, "Oh, I shouldn't have let you marry my son." Or, "I wish I could trade you off with a younger and more beautiful wife for my son." What's more, today she told me that because I'm in my 30s now, I'm old and hideous.
Well, isn't that how it works for every mother-in-law and daughter-in-law relationship? I'm sure everyone deals with these things. It's not like you're the only one with this problem, so don't worry about it.
How could you say things like that? Who am I supposed to trust if you're not even on my side?
Don't say things like that, I'm not picking sides. It's my mother we're talking about.
But it's really hard for me to hear her talk to me this way every single day. I'm trying my hardest to get her approval, but I think she's already made up her mind from the beginning that she doesn't like me. She's constantly making me do random, unnecessary tasks and talking down to me. Do you realize how difficult this is to deal with every day?
What do you want to do then?
When you're around, she doesn't treat me that way. That's why I want you to be home more often.
Well, I have to work, so it's not possible.
I know that. I guess I'd just like you to not go out after work as often, if you can. Or maybe you can try talking to your mom about this?
I don't know. I feel like I've been making her out to be a horrible person.
Well, she is picking on me.
It's not like she's hitting you. Just don't think about it. You're making it a way bigger deal than it is.
Can you say the same thing if this was happening to you?
I don't think it would bother me. I have to go through way harder things than this at work. My boss says mean things to me all the time. I can't even keep track of how many times I've been talked down to. But even then, I'm expected not to complain and keep a smile on my face. It annoys me that I have to listen to these types of complaints when you are mostly able to relax at home.
It's fine. Just forget it.
I'm glad you finally understand how selfish you're being. You have to realize how fortunate you are. Everything is provided for you. And the only thing you have to do is deal with my mom.
It wasn't my choice to quit my job. You were the one who asked me to quit and stay home with your mom.
But you ultimately made that decision. Don't complain about the choices you made for yourself. You should just appreciate the fact that you can stay home and not have any responsibilities. I don't want to hear about this ever again. Just solve these issues on your own. Everyone deals with it that way.
Hey, Max. How could you do this to me? Please unlock the door and let me in.
I told you I'm not letting you in the house anymore. I will ship all your stuff to your parents' house. You can sign the divorce papers later. Wait until you hear from me.
On top of suddenly asking me for a divorce, you kicked me out without notice. How could you do this to me?
Well, I'll let you have your personal items like your wallet.
Even so, shouldn't we at least talk about it?
What do you mean? You don't want to get divorced? Even though we barely see each other lately.
That's because you hardly ever come home. I would be lying if I said it never crossed my mind. But even then, isn't it wrong to ask me to leave without first talking about things?
It's hard to live in the same house as someone you are divorcing. Why do I have to keep taking care of you until you're ready to leave?
I didn't ask you to support me. All I wanted was to have a proper amount of time to gather my things. I don't think it's normal to kick your spouse out like that without even talking about things first.
It's meaningless to talk about it when all I want is divorce. We will see each other when you sign the divorce papers. Isn't that good enough?
How are you planning to meet up? You know my parents' home is really far from here, right?
Well, you can travel back here when it's time.
Seriously? How selfish are you?
Well, if you don't like it, then why don't you stay at a nearby hotel until the papers are ready? But don't even think about asking me to pay for it.
Is the reason you're divorcing me because there's someone else?
What are you talking about?
Well, your mother told me. She said that you will definitely bring home a young, pretty girl one of these days.
That's just something my mom made up.
Well, you had been staying out often. Sometimes even overnight. You said you'd been sleeping in the office, but I have trouble believing that.
Well, I was actually sleeping at a cheap motel near work.
I don't need to hear your lame excuses. In your suit pants pocket, I found a receipt from a woman's clothing store. And I noticed the credit card bill had charged for an expensive hotel. I'm pretty sure you even went on an overnight spa trip. So you're divorcing me because there's someone else, right?
Where's your proof?
Well, all those credit card bills and stuff.
That doesn't prove anything. I just stayed at the nice hotel and went to the spa trip on my own. Aren't you desperate? Now that we're getting divorced, you're just making things up to get alimony from me. It's exactly this type of behavior that is causing you to be dumped.
If you're so perfect, show me your smartphone.
What? Why would I do that?
If you're so clean, you have nothing to hide, right?
That's invading my privacy. You're such a joke. But I guess I'm glad you're this way. It makes me even happier that I'm divorcing you.
What would you do if I said I don't want a divorce?
Then we'll have to fight on a court. Either way, I don't want to live in the same house as you anymore. I feel very unpleasant every time I see you. I have zero feelings for you anymore. And yet I'm giving you a fair split of our assets. So there's no reason for the courts not accept this divorce.
You talk about a fair share, but there's hardly anything to begin with. All the money that we had saved, you wasted on unnecessary things.
Couldn't be helped, it was all necessary purchases. Think about what the neighbors might think with you just standing there. Please leave the property now. I'm never gonna let you in the house.
You're a horrible jerk until the end.
Didn't you mold me into this person? You clearly didn't do a good job performing your duties as a wife. My mother is saying she can't wait for me to find a wife that is way better than you.
Karma is gonna get you too badly if you keep acting this way.
What possible bad thing could happen to me by breaking up with such a useless wife? Maybe you should worry about yourself. Aren't you worried about whether a simple housewife like you can even get a proper job again?
I can always find work as long as I'm not too picky.
Yeah, I guess you can always find minimum paying jobs. Well, we just aren't made for each other. So stop with this nonsense and leave already. We're getting divorced because you were a bad wife. Just know that you aren't suited for marriage. And go on with your life with that lesson in mind. Hey Lisa, it's been a while.
What? Max?
Yeah, it's me. Happy to see you the other day. So that's why I thought I'd reach out and say hello.
Is that so? And, is there anything else? I'd appreciate it if you didn't bother me again for no reason.
Yeah, you don't need to be so cruel. I'm your ex-husband, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, ex-husband. We're just complete strangers now. I deleted your contact info and all our past messages. Because I have nothing to say to you anymore.
Well, why didn't you block me or something then?
That's because I completely forgot that you even existed. I didn't even think to block you.
You don't need to be so harsh. I do feel bad about how I acted during our divorce. I realize now that it was a bit too one-sided.
I don't care about that at this point.
Oh, by the way, did I hear it right that you're working in the hospital now?
Why, is that where you saw me?
Yes. You don't have any nurse's license or anything, so I've heard that it's a tough job. How you liking it?
I told you it's none of your business. Stop texting me if you don't have any specific reason. I will make sure to block you this time. And I will ignore you even if I bump into you at the hospital. I expect you to do the same. Bye then.
Wait! I do have something specific to tell you.
What is it?
Do you want me to support you financially?
What?
I'm sure you were tired of being used by nurses. You are already 40 after all. Aren't you tired of barely making ends meet every month? Wouldn't it be nice if you can go back to being a simple housewife?
I don't understand what you're trying to say. I never, ever want to live with you ever again.
Well, you can commute then.
Commute?
Mom got dementia, so I need you to come take care of her. She's been really bad lately, and it's getting too much for me to handle by myself.
Is that so?
I know we broke up, but she used to be your mother-in-law. Mom is also saying that she'd happily accept help if it's yours. I will include free breakfast, lunch, and dinner. How's that?
You are joking, right? Nobody would ever accept volunteer work like that. Besides, my mother-in-law passed away 3 years ago.
What? Passed away? You are the one with the jokes. She's very much alive.
I said my mother-in-law, meaning my husband's mother.
What? Are you married?
Yep.
It's only been 6 years.
You mean it's already been 6 years?
But you said your mother-in-law passed away 3 years ago. Does that mean you were already married 3 years ago?
Yes. Is that a problem?
Yeah, you were not as innocent as I thought.
What? Are you kidding me? You've got some nerve. You're the one who quickly remarried someone right after we got divorced.
You knew about my marriage?
Yeah, all the neighbors were talking about it. Saying you got a new wife right after you kicked me out. I also know that you guys broke up. I guess they thought I would like to know that as well.
Mom and I talked, and the young wife was completely useless, and I regret breaking up with you.
Well, I have zero regrets. I'm even happy that we broke up.
You don't need to pretend to be tough. He's the kind of husband who's still making you work after all. And he married you and you're already past your prime. He must be a miserable old man who can't even provide.
Who do you think you are?
Why don't you just leave the loser and come back to me? I will never make you work just to make ends meet. You can go back to doing simple house chores.
I've had enough of your nonsense. You are the old, miserable man who has no ability to provide for the family. Besides, I'm not working at the hospital.
What? But I saw you wearing an apron and helping an elderly person in a wheelchair. I also saw you talking to the hospital staff.
I was just taking my husband's relative out for a stroll. My husband owns that hospital. Of course I talk to the staff from time to time.
What? Your new husband is a doctor then?
That's right.
That's a pretty big hospital too.
Well, yeah, big enough to have an inpatient's ward.
I see. Then please let my mom be admitted to the hospital.
Don't you need a nursing home for her? That's not what we do at our hospital.
I'm sure you can do something about it if it's just one person.
It doesn't work that way. Quit joking around and look for a proper institute for her. What kind of person thinks to ask his ex-wife to take his mother-in-law in because you can't care for her yourself? I'm worried about your mental state.
I can't even afford any nursing homes. I had to pay a lot of alimony and my last wife loved expensive things. On top of that, because my mom isn't feeling well, she caused a lot of trouble with people and I'm still paying compensation for the damage she caused.
That has nothing to do with me.
Please help me! I haven't been able to go to work lately. And the house is a mess as well. I can only ask you for something like this.
Weren't you the one who ignored me when I asked you for help when your mother was picking on me? Didn't you say that it's my fault for taking things too seriously? And on top of all that, you cheated on me and kicked me out saying we're getting a divorce. So what makes you think that I'd want to help you after all that? How many times do you have to stomp all over me until you're satisfied?
I don't want to stomp all over you, it's just that you were the kindest person I know, and Mum also agrees that you were the best wife for me.
It's too late for anything, and I will never forgive either of you. You guys deserve this. A mother-in-law whose only joy in life is to pick on her daughter-in-law, and a garbage husband who cheats on his wives. No one would ever want to help people who are like that.
Lisa, I'm sorry, I really am. It would make a big difference if you could help even just a little bit. Please help me take care of her. I promise I will come up with a solution to make it worth your while.
The reason why nobody's willing to help you right now is because of how you have treated others in the past. You did it to yourself, so deal with it.
If I could deal with this myself, I wouldn't be asking. I've never paid any attention to what it takes to run a house. All I know is my work. Please, help me. I will do anything. I'll even grovel at your feet if that helps. Please help.
Stop whining and go ask for advice from City Hall. They will help even a piece of garbage like you. Oh, and one last thing. I wasn't a bad wife who isn't suited for marriage, because I'm happily married right now. My only mistake was marrying a defective garbage husband. Right after I sent him that message, I made sure to block him this time. And apparently he caused a scene by storming into my husband's hospital and demanding to see me. Of course, we called the police and had him removed from the property. We made him promise that he will never come near me nor the hospital. And we also informed his boss about the incident as well. That boss is actually Brady, the colleague Max used to look down on. I guess it ended up being Max who never received any promotion. I really regret marrying a loser like him, but I'm trying to think that I have my happiness right now because of the past. I have no idea what happened to them since then, but I happened to walk by their house a few years later, and it looked very run down, like it was in ruins. Anyway, it's none of my business how they are anymore. I just want to always remember to appreciate my husband, my family, and people around me for loving and supporting me and…
Michael, your mother is home from the hospital. Her condition seems stable.
That's good to hear. Mum really aged, didn't she? She needs support when she walks and has a urine bag with her, and she can't even take a bath alone.
It's natural to age, so don't say that. Your mother is trying her best, too.
But don't you think she should stay at a nursing home? She can't move around freely anyways.
She can still think for herself, and I think she also prefers staying at home. We can still look after her, so I don't see a problem. Plus, I'm the one looking after her. You don't take care of her at all.
No, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to look after her.
But remember, we live in her house. I think your mother would also like it if her real son looked after her, not me. How about you look after her sometimes?
No, I don't think so. Taking care of her waste and giving her a bath. I don't think it's my job as her son.
There's nothing to be embarrassed about, Michael. And what if I get sick? You would be responsible to look after your mother. You should get used to taking care of her.
If you get sick, I'm taking Mum to a nursing home.
What if she refuses and says she wants to stay at home?
In that case, she'll have to look after herself on her own. I have work to do, so I wouldn't have time to look after her.
Why can you say something so heartless? She's been taking care of you all these years. Oh, by the way, I'll have to ask you to look after your mother when I'm away to meet my brother and his wife.
What do you mean?
They're coming home for a visit. I haven't seen them in ages, not since they moved abroad. So I'm planning to meet them. And stay over at my parents' house on the weekends next month.
Why are you telling me now? I can't make any changes in my schedule now.
Why? It's nearly a month away. You should be able to make some arrangements in your schedule.
First of all, why would I have to waste my weekend looking after her? It's not my responsibility. I'm gonna pass.
You can't just pass. You know that I always look after her every single day, don't you? Can't you just help me for once?
Not my business. Just hire a caregiver or something.
Alright. Your mother has already approved of me leaving the house for a few days, so I'll discuss it with her.
Turns out you asked for her permission before even telling your own husband.
It's not like that. She was there when I was contacting my family. I spend most of my time with her. You're not even at home most of the time, only coming home just to eat your meals and get some sleep. You never even listen to what I want to say. We never get to discuss anything.
I'm tired from working all these hours outside when you're at home. Who do you think supports the living of this household?
I understand that you're working hard for our family, and I'm really thankful for bringing money home. But I'm also doing what I'm expected to do at home. I honestly don't want you to think that you don't have any responsibility in the house because you work outside.
You expect more from me, a housewife like you.
Are you mocking me?
I'm not going home today.
Huh? Why?
I don't want to see your face and hear your annoying rants. It's so tiring talking to you. Bye.
Hey, Michael! Wait a second. Where are you staying the night? Michael, reply to my messages. Michael, I thought you said you would be home early. When are you coming home?
Sorry, I'll be late tonight.
Didn't I tell you that I caught a cold? I was really hoping you would come home early today. Can you get me some cold drinks on your way home?
I'm telling you that I'm going to be late tonight. Just order it using the delivery service. It's not even that late in the night. Don't depend on me all the time.
Okay, sorry for asking. I think my head's not working properly because I have a fever.
Don't pretend like you're sick. It's your fault that you got a cold in the first place.
Huh?
You shouldn't have visited your parents' house, abandoning your duty to look after Mom. If Mom catches a cold too, it's your fault. She could even end up in the hospital if a weak grandma like her catches a cold. You really lack consideration. Poor Mom. I can't believe you entitle yourself as a caregiver at this point.
I'm sorry. If you're so worried about your mother, why don't you come home early? I bet it's hard for her to go to the restroom alone. She insists that she would try doing things by herself, but...
Blame yourself for catching a cold. Don't blame me for your own mistakes.
It's my fault that I caught a cold. But can't you at least help me out when I'm unable to?
Take responsibility for your own actions. Don't push your caregiving responsibilities on me.
When we decided that we would look after your mother at home, you promised that we would work together. Don't you remember the promise you made?
Back then, you had a part-time job, Amanda. Now you're jobless, so don't complain, housewife.
I left my job because your mother required more support, and I had to dedicate my time to look after her. First of all, wasn't it you who asked me to look after her? She's your mother, isn't she? I won't ask for more, so can't you care more about her?
Enough with complaints. I don't want to catch a cold from you. So do something about it by yourself. Hey, Amanda. Sorry, but can you leave the house as soon as possible?
Huh? What do you mean?
I decided I would divorce you. I never told you, but I actually love someone else. I'm planning to marry her instead.
Huh? Are you serious?
I'm telling you that I want to get a divorce so that I can marry who I really love.
Do you understand what you're saying? You just admitted that you were cheating on me all this time.
I wasn't cheating, we never had an affair. We were planning to get together after I officially got a divorce.
You don't make sense.
I bet you can't understand, because it's pure love that exists between my lover and I.
Don't you know that I can still demand compensation money even if you never had an affair?
I did some research, but it turns out it's difficult to claim the money if there's no affairs involved. I bet you can't process what I just told you. It's ridiculous to say that I'm cheating when the only thing I did was to take her out for dinner together.
I never expected anything from you. But I never expected you to be such a bastard.
You used to call me a bastard. Says who?
Betraying me like this? Don't you think you're a bastard?
All you have to do is look after Mom and you get everything you need to live, you useless bitch. Annoying me all the time. I can't even recall why I ever loved you. You should be the one thanking me for all the things I did for you.
I get it now. I finally understand that you really don't understand me at all. I have no regrets.
Oh, you're simply going to accept your fate? What a surprise.
After all the trouble you caused me, there's no other option, is there?
I thought you would please for mercy, crying not to leave you. You're feeling lucky, aren't you? I bet you're so happy now that you don't have to care for Mom.
I'm not rotten like you.
Well, I have nothing to say if you would accept our divorce. Be sure to start packing your stuff. Be ready to leave the house anytime I ask you to. Amanda, I can't believe you haven't started packing. My new wife's moving in next week. What have you been doing for the past few weeks?
I'm almost done packing.
Huh? Have you seen your room? When I returned home this morning, your stuff was still there untouched.
I don't think so. You probably saw wrong.
Ha! No way! There's no use of resisting, Amanda. Nothing can stop you from leaving this house. Just leave already before my new wife moves in.
Cheating on me while I took care of your mother and kicking me out of the house at last. You're really a bastard, you know that?
I'm forcing Mom to join a nursing home now. Good job for looking after her till now. I can finally enjoy freedom without you being annoying all the time. Don't hold a grudge on me for dumping you.
Oh? You're the one who's gonna get dumped by me. I'll put all of your stuff outside, so leave as soon as possible, alright?
Huh? You don't make any sense.
I'm telling you that you're the one who's gonna get kicked out of the house.
Why am I the one who's gonna get kicked out? It's my family's house.
More accurately, your mother's house. Actually, the official procedure to change the ownership of the house was complete today. And now, this is my house under my name. So you're the one who's gonna leave this house. I won't be accepting any of your new wife's stuff when it's delivered to the house, just so you know.
What are you saying? Huh? Why are you the new owner of the house?
It's your mother's suggestion. When I told her about our divorce, she told me to dump you after all you did to me. Your mother actually helped me out a lot in the process.
Mom's suggestion? You're kidding. Why would she side with you, not her own son?
Well, I think you deserve it. You never took care of her, did you? I was the one looking after her while you were cheating on me. And it was actually your mother who suspected that you were cheating on me in the first place. She told me a few months ago, so we hired a private detective for further investigation.
Are you telling me that you knew about it before I told you?
Yeah, that's right. And you mentioned that there was no affair between you and your lover. But that's not true, is it? We have proof for that as well. So you're gonna have to pay me compensation money.
I can't believe it! Why didn't you tell me when you found out?
I knew that love between us was long gone. But we were once in love with each other. I just couldn't leave you because we had our good times. although I did consider getting a divorce multiple times. Plus, I was worried about your mother. Who would take care of her if we got divorced? But when you asked me to divorce you, I realized that I didn't need you in my life.
Wait a minute. So you're saying that you now own the house, and I'll also be paying for compensation?
Yes, that's true. And your lover will also be paying. You're both responsible, and you both should be blamed.
You contacted her? If you haven't contacted her yet, please don't.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I've already sent her the payment details. Are you worried because she lives with her parents? But it's her fault that she cheated, don't you think?
When did you send her the payment details?
Why would you ask? Oh, are you trying to sneak in to get the payment details from their mailbox before they find out? Well, I think it's too late though, because I just received a call from her parents about it. They called me to apologize and said they will no longer allow you to meet their daughter.
Huh? You serious?
Turns out her parents didn't know that you were already married to someone else.
It's a nightmare.
Excuse me? Who do you think caused this mess? Lying to me that you never had an affair with her, and even going to meet her parents when you were still married? How unbelievable. It's a nightmare for me and her parents.
Please, Amanda, please tell her parents that what you told them was a joke. She's well brought up and from a nice family. Her parents will never approve of our marriage that started from an affair.
I don't think someone with a good upbringing would choose to have an affair with a married man, though. Isn't she fooling you?
We're bonded by pure love.
Pure love doesn't involve cheating, in my opinion. You're ridiculous. If it's really pure love, you should have known better.
Amanda, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry that I depended on you to look after Mom. I'm sorry for everything I did. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. So please tell her parents that our love was a result of an affair. I'll pay for whatever price you wish.
I now own a house, and I'll even be receiving compensation money from both of you. Not to mention that I would also be getting a division of property. I'm happy with what I'm getting.
But you're a housewife! You don't have a job, what are you gonna do? Looking after Mom won't make you any money. The more money you have, the better.
There's no need to worry. I was worried about my future after I got a divorce. So I started preparing and planning for the future with your mother beforehand.
Plan? What do you mean you started preparing for the future?
I'm now a certified care worker, so I'm planning to start working as a professional. When I'm out working, we decided to hire a caregiver. I know you've used up most of your savings. I can't depend on your compensation when I don't know if you can actually pay for it.
I still do have some money that I saved when I was single.
The last time I checked, there wasn't much left in your account. You seem to be using a lot of money since you started dating her. You should really check what's left in your account. I don't think you even have $10,000. How come you're not aware of it? So stupid.
Amanda, listen. I'm really sorry for everything I did. Please forgive me.
After all this time that you've caused me pain, you expect me to forgive you just because you don't know what to do? You're ridiculous. Are you making fun of me?
No, not at all. Believe me. I regret everything I did to you.
Then why are you still bothering me? If you're really sorry, just stop causing me more trouble.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry from the bottom of my heart.
Saying sorry doesn't change anything. We're already divorced, Michael. Go and live your own life. I think you should find a house to live in as soon as possible. Just to let you know, I'm not letting you in my house.
Amanda, please, you have to help me. Don't take everything away from me. Please, Amanda. Please forgive me.
I can't believe you who tried to dump me and my mother-in-law, then accused me of taking away everything from you. You're the reason why you ended up this way. when I needed you the most. You never cared and even cheated on me. So why would I care for you now? Take responsibility of your own actions, Michael. My ex-husband then came to my house, repeatedly asking me to let him in, but I strongly refused and never opened the door. Afraid of getting the police called by worried neighbors, he didn't make a fuss about it. But I had to keep some of his stuff at home because there was too much for him to carry at once. From what I heard, he had to break up with his lover as a result of strong oppositions from her parents. Apparently, he contacted her numerous times telling her that he wanted to marry her no matter what others say about the relationship, but she seems to have moved on. She no longer was interested in dating my ex-husband, who was broke from all the compensation he had to pay. At last, he ended up in his company's dormitory, and I'm sending his stuff there. After things settled down,